We are back with today's big stat presented by Old National Bank. Most goals in Big Ten ice hockey this season. Jimmy Snuggerud of Minnesota, your goal leader with 18 tallies this year. One of his line mates, Rhett Pitlick, is also among the top goal scorers in the Big Ten. Among those four players, tied for fourth with 15 goals scored on the season. And we are excited to welcome in Jimmy Snuggerud, Gopher forward, St. Louis Blues first-round pick, and recent World Junior gold medalist. We'll get to some of those conversations in just a bit, Jimmy, but I want to start about the weekend that you guys just had. Always fun in the border battle. You go to Madison, you get 4 points. How'd the team feel getting home, especially after that really exciting Friday night OT winner?
Yeah, we felt really good, honestly. We were happy with the weekend that we had, and Friday and Saturday games. Friday was one of our stronger games of the year, and then, we came out Saturday and, developed as a team throughout the weekend. So, we're happy to be back here, and, obviously we wanted the shootout in the second one, but it happens, and, we're looking towards the future right now.
What's that rivalry like for you guys? Obviously, you get to see Wisconsin a bunch, the way that the Big Ten Conference play is set up throughout the course of the year, but it seems like there's just a little bit of extra something when you two guys play.
Yeah, I honestly don't know what it is. I think it's just the intensity that we have with each other, the rivalry that's been there forever. I think the fans bring the energy, whether it's here at the Kohl Center. So I think just the rivalry we have with them will, obviously keep going for a long time.
Obviously a low-scoring series, despite the fact there's a ton of offensive talent on both teams. And on your end, a huge reason why was to play at Justin Close. He's the first star of the week. He gives up just 2 goals in 126 minutes. He had 40 saves in that Friday night OT win. What's made him so solid for you guys in between the pipes?
He's such a mature player, such a mature person too. He brings the intensity every single day on the ice. He has that growth to be better every single day. And, he showed it this weekend. He was a stud all weekend in net for us, and hopefully he'll keep having that moving forward.
I know a lot of goaltenders. I shouldn't say a lot. I know some goaltenders who try to take the occasional practice day off. It doesn't sound like Justin's that guy at all.
No, he's not. No, I've played with some goalies who take days off like that, but he's there every single day.
A year ago, you were part of one of the most explosive lines in college hockey, and Matthew Nyes, Logan Cooley, obviously those guys made their decisions, Matthew in April, Logan in July, to join Toronto and Arizona, respectively. How much are you able to be in contact with those guys, with their schedule and your schedule?
Yeah, quite a bit. Obviously, they're on the road a lot, but they have a bunch of time off. They just had their All-Star break, so Nyes was back for a little bit here. It was nice to talk with him about how his year is going and how Toronto's been. But I'm in close contact with Cools most of the time. It's nice to hear from him and his side of his life and what he's been doing. But it's just nice to communicate with those guys and how their lives are going.
What do they say about maybe the biggest difference in making that jump to the NHL?
Yeah, obviously the pace of play. It's a business, it's a man's league. I think just kind of bringing it every single night, and you play every other night, 82 games a year, so it's a lot more hockey and it's a lot more intense for those guys. So I think just kind of the man's game part of that side they have.
Now, I know you spent a lot of time lately on this line with Pitlick and Moore. We talked about Rhett being one of the top goal scorers in the Big Ten as well this year. I think the three of you guys are among the top 4 in points on your team. Oliver had a terrific weekend this past weekend against Wisconsin. What's that connection been like on that line this season?
Yeah, it's been really fun to play with those guys. They're two jitterbugs on the ice, I would say. They're up and down, buzzing throughout the whole game. They have the most energy of guys I think I've ever played with. So, they make really strong plays, and they're strong players, and, they both can score and make plays. So it's been really fun to play with them this year.
Jimmy, I know your focus is on this season right now before you have to make your own decision. I'm curious, how much are you still motivated by? How much do you still think about the OT loss to Quinnipiac last year?
A lot. I think it's a motivational factor in every game we play this year. I think about it. I've seen it before. I think just that kind of piece of my life motivates me every day to wake up. Losing that game was a huge loss for not just me, but everyone on that team. I think if you learn from it and use it as a motivational factor like guys on our team have been doing, I think it does nothing but helps us.
You got 4 regular season games left at Mariucci. You got a couple against Penn State, you got a couple against Michigan to end the year. With what could potentially be looming on the horizon for you, how much are you trying to make sure you kind of soak in every minute, especially those games at home?
Yeah, I think soaking in every single piece I can. Obviously, I don't know what's going to happen at the end of the year yet, but I mean, soaking in what the fans bring every game in the student section. It's been really cool to see what they've done this year and last year. So, I mean, like you said, just kind of living in the moment and not worrying about that yet is something that I've been doing.
Obviously, one of the great moments for you and all the guys in this team was the ability to go to the World Juniors over Christmas break. You win the gold. You grab the attention of a lot of folks with a hat trick in 13 minutes, I believe it was, against Switzerland. You got to play against a bunch of other St. Louis Blues prospects. What was that experience like for you?
It was insane, honestly. Just the team we had there was so special, and we obviously took it all the way. And to see all the other Blues prospects, putting up good numbers at the tournament is so special, and to see the future of St. Louis. But I mean, to win that gold is so special for my teammates and I, and see 4 Gophers there too is so cool.
Now, we just showed a piece of video from a shot and a goal that kind of went viral, the power play goal against Finland and the one-timer, and it went viral for a couple of different reasons. First, I want to talk about the shot, and obviously you as a prospect, a lot has been talked about the fact that your shot is NHL ready. How did you develop this shot?
Yeah, I think just a bunch of work off the ice, taking shot after shot whenever I can in the shooting room, on the ice. I think taking one-timers after practice, just kind of where it came from is a lot of practice, and eventually it just kind of became a staple in my game, and I'm still working on it to this day.
And part of the reason that it became so viral was not just the goal, but as you know, I think TikTok described your dad having dad sellies that were on point. You said it's just a typical dad reaction because he's been there, he's done that. He's a little bit more chill than everybody else in the arena. But for a typical dad reaction, is that your dad or any dad who watches their son play hockey at the highest level?
Honestly, I don't know. I think most dads' probably reaction is pretty calm, but I mean, my dad has always kind of been like that. It's just a subtle kind of Sally like that. He's just happy to see him do that, but I think that's most dads silly.
That's awesome. What's his influence been like, obviously, with his career as well, and the ability for him to share things with you that maybe other players don't have?
Yeah, I think his influence on me has been, mostly optimistic and motivational and characteristic words. I think his biggest piece to me my whole life has just been to live in the moment, and I think there's no bigger time to live in the moment than this year. So just kind of having him by my side throughout the whole way has been, really special, and he's experienced all these things. So to have him, right there, pushing me through it has been pretty huge.
And who knows, maybe somewhere down the road, 25 years from now, when your son is playing at that level, you know how to make sure the dad sellies are on point when he's scoring big-time goals.
Yeah, no, after seeing that video, I know exactly what to do.
Jimmy Snuggerud, Minnesota's outstanding forward. Jimmy, we appreciate the time. Best of luck this weekend against Penn State when the Nittany Lions come to Mariucci.
Yeah, thank you very much.